This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, a.k.a.
CatBus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say, there are times when you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guest and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 94chill.com, and that's spelled out 90, Ninety, 4 chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
We'll be right back. Obey the law.
After a 10-hour workday, it's about 11 p.m. when I finally get around to finalizing my podcast and uploading it to the internet. So I definitely need a lot of energy, but I don't need all that caffeine, so I rely on W Jitterless Energy Blend. It's a coffee fruit extract, so you get about as much caffeine as a cup of coffee, but you get all the vitamins you could possibly wish for and all the energy, and about half the price. If you spend $4 a shift on energy drinks, you're spending $80 on sugar per month. Why don't you cut that in half and try W Energy Blend? And if you go and visit w.gg and use the promo code CatBusRuss at checkout, you're going to save yourself 10%. So on top of spending half the money, you can at least go and get one over on the tax man. So that's w.gg, promo code CatBusRuss, and start feeling energized today.
Excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who are you?
Was a pop star.
This is Mima's last performance with Cham.
Who desired to become an actress.
I really hope that I can entertain you just the same as an actress.
But sometimes aspirations can be deadly.
I'm always watching Mima's room.
In the world of make-believe.
This is when Mima proves herself.
The price of fame.
Don't worry, Mima, it'll be all right.
May not be worth the cost of identity.
Where did this come from? How do they know so much?
Innocence is lost. Dreams become nightmares. And privacy no longer exists. Where everything you do can be seen by everyone. And those you trust are really those you should fear. Your life no longer belongs to you.
Excuse me, who are
Manga
you?
Entertainment presents Satoshi Kon's animated psychological thriller, Perfect Blue.
Excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who are you?
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
All right, well, welcome to another episode, or I should say a special anime episode of I Dig Crazy Flicks with CatBus Russ. I guess in this case, this is an I Dig Crazy Flicks presents 90 for Chill, the podcast with CatBus Russ. I am CatBus Russ, and once again, to talk about anime, I am joined by one of the minds behind Skies of Fortune, Jess McCord.
Hey, Russ. Nice to be back on the show to discuss another anime movie, and one that is actually very much in my oeuvre of horror as well.
Oh, yes. I mean, this is this one really does De Palma, Hitchcock, and then in turn, it turns out to be Aronofsky later down the road with Requiem of a Dream and Black Swan predominantly. But
Absolutely. Aronofsky actually wrote like a what do you call it? Not an obituary, but a eulogy for Satoshi Kon
Satoshi
after he
Kon, yeah.
died. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would have been right after or just around Black Swan, which
Yeah.
but the feature we're talking about is his Satoshi Kon's debut from 1998, I think technically.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, stateside, England. I was in England when theaters were actually carrying it. Couldn't talk my mom into that one, but
Probably
so,
for, maybe for the best. I don't know if I'd want to
oh,
watch this one with my folks.
yeah, something like that. So this is Perfect Blue, a story of it starts out a story about a pop star, or I should say a pop idol, because
Hmm.
rarely are they actually stars from what I've gathered over the last, and it's kind of shown uh like the one bedroom, or I should say studio, which I know is pretty common in Japan, or would presume so when you have 100 million people living in the size state country the size of California.
Yeah, she's
Um,
clearly not making a ton of money at this pop idol
right.
gig.
So fortunately, her agents got her a deal with a erotic drama called Double Bind. So
Hmm.
she'll have to leave the band she's in, the trio she's in, Cham, to do this. And what else will she lose? And what are the fans losing, essentially, is a good place to
Indeed.
start. Yeah.
These idol fandoms tend to be pretty rabid and like very
Yes.
possessive of the idols. That's one of the
Hmm.
things that is going to get highlighted later on in this movie.
Right.
There's the name of the main character is Mima,
Hmm.
and she's got this sort of a stalker fan who goes by Mr. Mamania. So
Yes, I cut
yeah,
this time I finally caught on, and I haven't watched it in a long time. Back with the VHS tape, I'm surprised I didn't wear it out back in the day.
yeah.
But yeah, and it wasn't one that I was going to show my well, I think may have considered showing it to my schizoaffective ex-girlfriend, but
Okay.
I think I stayed what is it aired on the side of caution. Uh
Yeah, if
so
you're somebody, I don't know, this would this kind of thing be triggering for her then, I guess? Or
I think there might be cases of that, especially when you get to the hallucinations and such later on in the film.
yeah.
But
Now,
mhm.
I mean, Cohn only made four films, but two of them, this one and Millennium Actress, have kind of this well, Pat Paprika to a degree,
Yeah,
has this sort of um s- storytelling where it skips around a lot,
yes,
and also the plot is told more through the emotional journey than it is through what's happening on screen, because you can never know what's really happening and what's not.
right.
Um,
So again, with Aronofsky, that's definitely what you get in Black Swan.
mhm.
And I have not. It's another one I own, just have never really worked the nerve up to watch because well, Jared Leto never is an encouraging sign, but um
Maybe he
uh
finally found his perfect role in Skeletor in the upcoming He-Man movie. I don't
oh, I
know.
mean, I didn't I haven't gotten around to Dallas Buyers Club, which he won the
Okay.
Oscar for, and I will say he works well in Tron Ares. I would say if when you look at the
Really?
yeah, I'd say when you look at the what the um antagonist of Tron Ares, the person now running Dillinger. So
Hmm.
the grandson of Dillinger is tattooed up, your typical trashy millennial type look, and like, yeah, if he was gonna make a super soldier, it would look like Jared Leto. I
Okay.
so
Okay.
I think it work. I think that so I will say that works there, at least aesthetically. But
All
yeah,
right.
so yeah, Requiem I've skipped. I mean, I haven't gotten around to just also because of like, oh, it's the one that all addicts can relate to, and it's I'm not an addict,
Boy,
but I lived with one for a good year, so
I
it's
tell you what, that's one of those only want to see it one time and that's it
that's yeah,
movies.
that's the general consensus on that one. It's a must see,
Yeah.
and have your therapist on dial.
Yeah, for sure.
So um so we start well, I just had a note about the pop idol lifestyle.
Hmm.
This kind of came into a few just before the pandemic, or I'd say probably during the pandemic. There was a Japanese wrestler, Maki Ito.
Hmm.
Who's the who's the like she'll go and do who's the cutest girl in the world? And Maki, and her but she was a pop idol,
Okay.
and she was basically like fired, got recycled, like basically they just recycle people in. I guess you'd say like Menudo, I think was the Puerto Rican boy band Ricky Martin was in, but they just
Okay.
I think they still operate. They just keep rotating people in and out. So it's a
Right.
very disposable industry. So if you can get a break in a television show, um, you're gonna jump at that.
Yeah.
We start at their farewell concert at your typical Japanese amusement park, or at least what I what anime has shown me is a typical Japanese amusement park. Uh,
With a hero showing as the opener for Cham's set.
right. So we do cons, so we know how it's like. Okay,
Yeah.
doing my movie panel, and yeah, we got cosplayers just waiting for the room. So,
Yep.
um, so yeah, I get that kind of setup. Um, and as she's like, I don't know if it was a coincidence that the afterwards, when she starts doing the acting, that the Cham gets their first top 100 track. That
Yeah, I
you
mean
know,
that really rubs salt in the wound, doesn't it? You
right?
know, it's like they're doing better as a duo than they were
There
with you
was
when you were with them.
yeah,
So,
that's which I don't think we'd ever understand in the States. Like that would be like, oh, let's follow the other girls in Destiny Child. Beyonce, just we're over her. Like
yeah, yeah.
so um but as she's leaving the show, she gets a little fan letter which directs her to a website called Mima's Room. And
Hmm.
I find it kind of fascinating. Japan still always seems to be 20 years ahead of us because you have people just on computers typing everything up, and there's just people who don't want to connect to the internet. I work at
Yep.
a major electronics store. I have to deal with, I got to go and fix these people before they go and ruin the geeks up.
Yep, yep.
Didn't drop the last syllable completely. You know, but we got an
Oh
LLC.
boy.
We got an LLC here. They can sue that. Um,
For
blood from
sure.
a stone, anyhow. Uh,
But
so
yeah, it's like
mhm,
Mima doesn't know anything about the internet though, you know, and she's like this is before the days of smartphones. She's very tech illiterate.
mhm.
Um, which is kind of one of the cute things about we see from her as a real person, right? Because we
Yeah,
get to see a lot behind the curtain of what she's really like in these
right.
like quiet moments by herself when she's just laying in her room and trying to figure out where her life is going, you know?
hmm And with this career change, everybody's behind it except the manager of Cham, Rumi, who
Hmm.
really just hates the idea. Yeah, I basically will say you can pretty much believe she hates the idea of risking the innocence of Mina. And
Yeah. There's
yes,
a lot of purity culture around these idols, right? You know,
right.
they
That is
like
true too.
if it were to be found out that like an idol was dating someone, that would might be the end of her time as an idol, you know. That would be
Well,
considered a scandal.
Which kind of brings me back to the wrestler Maki Ito. She would actually come like when the her matches start, she actually performs her song before she gets
Yeah.
to the ring. And there's incidents where she's like, "Oh, it's a battle royal," and or a battle royal, and she's still gonna stop and she's not gonna actually enter the ring, and then probably a second person comes, drags them in. Um,
Yeah.
but and otherwise, he's very big on cussing in English. That's another thing of hers. So
I feel like I've seen references to her just on
y-
social media in general, just
yeah,
like a social osmosis kind of thing.
right. So yeah, but you could understand how she may have gotten fired, which is a big thing in women's wrestling anyhow. How did you get fired from the top Japanese promotion?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
and
boy.
and most well, and most of the time you get fired from the top Japanese promotion. That's just because they're going to send you to the States. But
Hmm.
it's still kayfabe as we like to call it. But so Mima is fascinated by the website Mima's Room, and somehow it knows pretty much exactly what she's doing. It's a play-by-play diary, even to the point where she goes to the supermarket, buys herself mineral water. She has to spend that extra money on cow milk and
Gives food
the
for
for
fish.
fish,
Yeah.
right? And it's like eerie. She's very much she's paranoia is really sinking in, and this is kind of
Hmm.
maybe it is a complete loss of innocence type scenario.
She, and she doesn't have no reason to be paranoid either because she's getting these faxes that say traitor. She's
That
getting these creepy
yes,
phone calls with someone
right,
breathing on the other end.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
She gazes out her window to see if there's anyone spying on her, you
mhm,
know?
yeah,
Yeah, it's not not in a good headspace for sure.
right. So not the best way to lead into your acting debut,
Hmm.
or it might be the most appropriate way, judging that she's in a serial killer drama,
Hmm.
which is kind of being sloppily put together in a sense because yeah, they only have basically you'll eventually get the fans of Cham talking about, oh, did you watch Double Bind? Like, and we know there's scripts behind. It's
Hmm.
and management's really doing their best. Like, come on, you gotta like we took her out of this to give you that.
Yeah,
Um,
give her more lines, give her more screen time.
right.
And she's spending her first time on set, just reciting her one line over and over.
Yes, and now I obviously bought the VHS back in the day and had it, tended to buy dubs to save myself the extra $5.
Hmm.
And so, but I love the English trailer where they focus on that one line, which in English is "Excuse me, who are you?" I know it's
Hmm.
not as, I mean, that's for dubbing's sake. I know it's not as intense in Japanese because I have seen that trailer. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, a lot of the tension we have here is what, Meme is about around surrounding Mima's identity. So,
mhm.
who are you really strikes home for
Yeah,
what she's going through.
which I would say is kind of the diploma element of it.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of Hitchcock influences there, and
Oh, yeah.
sorry, which obviously De Palma was considered by many to just be a knockoff. Well, he was a student of
There's,
Hitchcock, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
many people will go and say, yeah, all he's trying to do is Hitchcock, which isn't fair. I don't see Hitchcock directing Scarface or The Untouchables. Well, maybe The Untouchables, but
Yeah.
um, so and we still got plenty of pressure from the outside world, the disgruntled fans. And we do get another message, which was just I guess you would just say a detonator in a letter.
A letter bomb.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying there wasn't any fuel because it had to at least leave the note. The
Yep.
next one will be real. So this is really kind of poignant, especially today in our celebrity culture. Really now with the influencer culture. Um, Meaning I've been watching a lot of
Hmm.
YouTube videos from a Tozy, who's a basically covers uh, TikToks in real IRL streamers and everything, and how they're getting in trouble. And I found
Oh,
that from
like a influencer T channel essentially.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So but with that, there's so many stories of, and I've even seen on like Legal Eagle, another YouTube channel I watch, or Legal Bites, so many
Yeah, I've seen his stuff, yeah.
yeah, stories about let's see, I think it was like TwitchCon recently where they had
Hmm.
um a guy was able to go and hug an idol.
Emiru. Yeah, it was
You're right.
Emiru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, as I say, Japan's just 20 years ahead of us culturally.
Yeah. And
So
yeah,
um
and Emiru is basically like a cosplay streamer, right? That's
right. Yeah,
it's sort of a little it's adjacent to being an idol, I would say, you know.
right. Like
Yeah.
I mean idols at least have to sing.
Yeah.
And dance, but
Well, she's got the gift of gab. I hope anyway. I don't really follow her
no,
content.
I don't. No, I as I say, I'm watching trash TV, honestly. Like
Yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
Tozy, yeah, he's got great content, but oh, his presentation is like no,
Mm.
like, um so um so yeah, we get a letter bombed Mentis fan mail to the TV studio. So
You know,
and we're
definitely
and
following her very closely, yeah.
yeah. So you gotta now I know Mr. Minami is a security guard primarily. Because I think
Yeah,
he was, yeah,
Mamania.
yeah, Milania.
Yeah, he
So,
keeps on showing up on set wherever she's filming. So,
right. But, it's almost like you want to, and how they chose to draw that character up. Um,
mhm.
I,
He doesn't he's not a handsome man. I
no,
think
he's,
it's fair to
yeah.
say, you know. Face only a mother could love, really.
Mm-hmm. Um, but, it's the, in a sense, it's kind of an obvious red herring, really, but you got to get through the end on that, I should say. And I also
Yep.
love, they've just put in the computer there, and you got to love how the Japanese will just put actual logos and such in their things.
Uh-huh. Like
Just make a little change, like it's a Macintosh, like
Macintosh, yeah.
yeah,
Or Starbooks I've
it's
seen.
yeah,
Yeah.
good cola in a certain
Yeah.
cursive font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're Code Geass, you just like straight up have a partnership with Pizza Hut.
Oh, it's
So
it's it's getting it's getting there. I mean, I just got my latest restock of W Energy. 10%
mhm.
off if you use the code CatBus Russ at checkout. Um, I don't have to plug that ad in any longer. But hey,
There you go. There you go.
but then it's
Yeah.
then it's like, oh great, but you promise ad free on the Patreon. Um,
Oh man.
yeah. So yes. But
And they're like
again,
using Netscape Navigator here, I think.
I
Remember
think so
that?
too. Oh, I love. I was like I studied web design
Mm.
at back and was trained during the days of look, you got to make it easy to get to, make everything load fast. This is the internet's a brochure. It is not an art piece. And then
Hmm.
but as I'm trying to find work, high speed internet comes along, and then well, everybody's can just like
Do
graphic
whatever they
designer,
want.
right? And so that was very tough when you're designing the professional the local wrestling website, and people are complaining, oh, it's not all fancy. It's like it's not supposed. It's yeah, it's gonna. You'll get to where you need to go a lot faster this way, regardless.
Indeed.
Yes. So, but she gets her computer installed. Rumi is the person who handles it, which she's in the management. But let it be known, Rumi is also was a former pop idol.
Hmm.
Um,
And she's the one that seems to be getting the most torn up about Mima's career shift.
right.
But she also seems to be Mima's, greatest confidant too. The best friend that she has and who she goes to for help with various things.
Right. I mean, yeah, because the her manager is definitely a little on the cold side, but it's
Hmm.
you're a product essentially. So
Yeah.
for
You're talking about Tadakoro, the agency
yes.
guy. Yeah,
Hmm.
the talent agency guy. Yeah, but there's even a spot later on. Well, I mean,
Well,
when we
yeah,
talk,
where
get that one scene, and you know the scene I'm talking about. Even
mhm.
he's freaked out by that. So,
Yeah, yep. Regrets
yeah,
are to be had. But
yeah.
as we say, it's a slow start to the TV show, and it's but fortunately, it's not completely written. They don't even know who our killer is going to be. So,
Could be anybody. Could
yep,
be Mima
right.
or her
In this,
character.
her character, yes.
Yeah.
In a sense, though, the screenwriter is very much just like, well, I got to do something to shock, and very again, and maybe it's a cultural thing, or maybe he is just an asshole in a sense. Like
But
we'll get things turned around if you go, and so this is a
yeah.
lot of and it's kind of appropriate. Well, I was saying, shoot, this would be perfect to just tag in front of throw a review ahead of my last 90 for Chill, the panel of this film.
Mm.
Perfect runtime. It's about the industry in a sense, but
It's just
it's
perfect
like
all the way through. So,
right.
some might say, yeah, it's perfect blue.
Yes.
Uh,
So obviously, it's one of those like we gotta try giving it 1 hour 21 minutes. To me
mhm.
trying my best to do 2 minutes is not does not do this one justice.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, this was certainly just to talk about Cohn a little bit more. Certainly,
right.
this is
Mhm.
his debut feature. He only made 4 films before he passed away.
Mhm.
Which the other ones, I mean, they're all pretty kino. We've got Tokyo Godfathers, Millennium Actress, and
And Paprika,
Paprika, and plus the Paranoia Agent
Hanoi
anime
Agent,
series. Yeah,
which I know is designs. I haven't really watched enough of it. I know his designs and
yeah.
ideas are there. But believe he had passed before they really got that one rolling.
Oh no, Paranoia Agent. They did. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what you're thinking of though. You're thinking of
Mm.
the movie Dream Machine, I think, which never got
Uh,
completed.
mm,
Yeah, that was going to be his 5th feature that never came out. Paranoia Agent, he did see to conclusion.
okay.
Yeah. But
Mm.
the Dream Machine, the studio wanted to complete it, but it's still kind of in limbo to this day. It never really got there.
Mm.
Uh, Additionally, like he was involved with this really well-regarded anthology film called Memories.
Yes. Oh, I watching the trailers last night. Since you said you were watching Tokyo Godfather,
Yeah.
yeah, pulled that DVD out, and it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, got that DVD, got that DVD, got Steam Boy in there, So,
Yeah. Now,
uh,
Steam Boy is certainly a movie that exists. I'll say that about it.
oh, well, Memories though is basically like the three premier directors
Mhm.
at the time.
Yeah.
Because
Otomo. Yeah.
really it only had Akira. I mean, he wrote the manga, and I'm Akira is a classic. Never mind, because he takes an entirely different art style to that compared to the manga. Yeah, later he did Steam Boy. I think he wrote the. Oh, there's another preview before the DVD was Rintaro's. Uh, oh, shoot.
Rojin Z, is that what you're thinking? No,
No,
not
no,
Rojin Z.
no.
Though that was one of his. And
Oh no, it's a Metropolis. Rintaro's
Metropolis,
Metropolis,
yes.
which is like if you need a crash course in all of anime, I would definitely watch that one. You know, opinions vary, I think, but
Yeah.
it's got the Tezmu art, like the art space of Tezmu, which is the Astro Boy.
Tezuka.
Tezuka, yeah.
Yeah.
Who did Astro Boy, very iconic looks. Direct and Rintaro directed Galaxy Express. So
Yep.
it's
Galaxy Express and Captain Harlock and all that whole
yeah,
whole mythology, that
right.
cosmic mythology.
Yeah, and I think Otomo wrote the script on that one. The other directors were Oishi and Kon for Memories, if I'm correct.
Kon did the screenwriting for Memories.
Okay. Well, I didn't know he didn't. I thought, shoot. So let's.
Yeah. He also did he was also involved in, I think, key animation for the very well regarded second Pat Labor movie.
Okay.
And he was Otomo's assistant. That was one of his first gigs in the anime
Okay.
industry. So that's why he got sort of in, that's how he sort of got into the industry. So
All right. Oh, okay. Sorry, it was Morimoto who was the other director. No,
Yeah.
shoot. No, it's not even Oshiishi. Akamura. That was the Tenzai
Yeah.
Akamura. Okay.
But Otomo did like 4 different anthology film projects, and most of them are worth checking out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was he wrote Behind Robot Carnival or
He was
okay?
behind Robot Carnival. The other big one is, I think, is called Neo Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's definitely worth checking out. Got especially the very first of those shorts. Is very cool. Now, for those who don't know about Kon's early passing, he died at age 46. Very quick onset of pancreatic cancer, and he didn't tell anybody, so it was a big shock to the world when it was discovered that he had passed away. So
Yeah. No, Chadwick Boseman pulled that one off too, I
yeah, he
suppose.
did.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, you can't fault people for wanting to have privacy in their final days, I suppose.
Well, Freddie Mercury didn't come out with his AIDS until the day before he passed. So
Oh
that's
wow.
yeah.
I didn't know about that. I mean, I like Queen, but I didn't know that much about Freddie.
Oh
Oh
yeah. Well,
boy.
I knew enough that I'm gonna skip Bohemian Rhapsody. Just that's just how much I love the band.
Yeah.
So uh so we're back to the movie. We're at the meeting where the scriptwriter had made his move, and we're going to do a split personality, or I guess technically disassociated reality, with
Yeah.
the Mima character after she gets solicited to a model agency, which ends up like most model agencies,
Being
strip
a
a
scam. Yeah.
yeah. So her character gets raped at a strip club, and that's where like everything starts falling apart. And it's a brilliant breakdown scene afterwards.
Yeah.
Because
It's like
she,
not of course not actually assaulted, just in the film,
yeah.
but as we're going to see, that in and of itself can be pretty gross.
Oh well,
So,
it's I mean, and this is when the hallucinations actually start
yep.
officially, where she just starts seeing Mima in the idol outfit, denouncing what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
And she's going to be like, you're not you, Mima the actress, are not the real Mima. I
right.
am the real Mima. Yeah.
And yeah, and I mean, it starts with just looking at herself uh to start, but after um the acting career really picks up,
Hmm.
and further backlash on Mima's Room, uh about her taking on a sex, uh a sex symbol essentially.
Yeah.
This is essentially Wrecking Ball without all the Robin Thicke twerking, I suppose.
Mm.
I mean, that's again, Japan 20 years ahead of us. They can do the,
Yeah.
we haven't gone too heavy on our pop stars yet, but I don't know. I will say so many
Maybe.
surprise boobs that I see like, oh, okay, I did not expect Emma Stone to have that out there. And the favorite, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird and I don't may as well address it. It's kind of a weird thing. Like for me, I guess, Christina Ricci,
Mm.
who's 2 days older than me. But
Okay.
okay, I'm 12 years old going to see or 11 years old seeing Adam's Family Value. That's Wednesday
Hmm.
Adams,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I'm like, and I'm here, oh, you got to see her in Black Snake Moan or the
Mm.
directive video with Liam Neeson and Justin Long, and like
Feels
where
weird,
she,
right?
yeah, exactly. And then like then I feel like, oh shoot, she's older than me. I rarely get to see that. Dang it, miss.
Yeah.
But
And I
yeah, there's a sense though where it's like, and I still think it is stateside, especially back in the days where Playboy did more than a quarterly issue. I didn't even know they were doing quarterly issues, but I've been hanging around Barnes and Nobles a little more.
yeah.
It's like you wonder whenever you see a celebrity who had an innocent attitude. So yes, I have the Debbie Gibson and Tiffany issues. Um,
And like I kind of remember like see if this rings any bells for you. Was there like some kind of like web countdown to the day that the Olsen twins turned 18?
oh,
Uh
there definitely was
uh
that. Actually, it's a joke in Cabin Theater.
Cabin
Cabin
Fever, Eli
Fever.
Ross Cabin Fever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the most douchey of characters. I haven't seen. That's the one Roth I haven't seen. I know,
Yeah.
sad. There's one character who has a T-shirt with that date on it.
Hmm.
So
Oh
yeah,
no.
right.
I
Like,
want to let's talk about this scene real quick though,
mm,
because what really this is the scene that really stands out to me in the movie more than any other, just because of like it's really uncomfortable to watch, right? As we're watching the rape scene being
mm,
filmed, everybody who's involved, like maybe except for the director, is really uncomfortable, including the guy who's like on top of Mima. He's like, when they cut and they say hold
yeah,
positions, he's
yeah.
like he's like,
Sorry.
"Oh, I'm just really sorry. Are you
Yeah,
okay?" And she's
yeah,
like, "I'll get through it." And she kind of
yeah.
starts to, her eyes glaze over, and she kind of dissociates, like
Mm,
as if it's real for her.
right. Yeah, and it's more of a. But even to go further back, when they said, "Okay, is everything set up for this?" and it's like, "Well, I really would have wanted to shoot it in a real club, but
Hmm.
the content is something that the strip club doesn't really want to be associated with."
Yeah,
So yeah, it's still
and the
very much. I watch a lot of Takashi Miike, so this is really
oh
this
yeah, yeah,
kind of old hat to me.
sure,
But
sure,
no, it's a and for me, I kind of maybe it's also the performer in me. It's like, oh, you're like this the setting up the shots, and then at one point they have to call cut because he's can't get his belt undone fast enough.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you know, give me a
Well,
little Benny Hill yakety sax. We could have done something a little with
well, that
this.
would have certainly changed the flavor of the scene. But
Uh,
even at the end of it, Tadakoro, the sort of heartless agency guy's like, I'll take you out for supper, Mima. Maybe
Yeah,
that'll make you feel better.
right. And then she's been so focused on this acting and maybe not even getting prepped for this scene, but she's got a bunch of dead fish in her aquarium now because this has
Mhm.
consumed her. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And so she goes and she's got a place. Trying to, sorry, I saw the video game system. Like, that's too big for the PlayStation. Like, PlayStation didn't have four outlets in it.
No. Yeah.
I don't think it's in. I think, I had really wanted the Saturn back in the day, but I wasn't going
Yeah.
to trade an N64 for that. Uh, yeah.
Fair enough.
So, oh no, that's just no, it's a PlayStation. That's no, no, it's really clever because it looks like N64 controllers on top of. So it's basically all right.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I'm into
Yeah.
that. Evangelion's my thing. Sega would promote themselves in that as much as they could. So yeah,
Indeed.
end of the world, but it's Sega's hardware in 2015 doesn't sound that bad.
No.
So, but this is she has another hallucination. Mima, the real Mima, shows up in her laptop screen,
Hmm.
and
It's
then
like, was this really what you wanted to do,
yeah,
Mima? Fake Mima.
right. That's why I got a cat. I can just go and like, argue with her.
Yeah.
Fishies, they just don't have the same kind of interaction ability. So,
Definitely true. Definitely true.
yeah, as they say, I had the goldfish memory.
Yeah, and those maybe have some fish for the cat to keep the cat entertained, just
You're
to
right. Yeah.
go fishing for him.
hmm and now, to further, she's doing her press tour to finally officially kill the idol thing. And some of the fans like, oh, well, she wasn't my favorite member anyhow. So,
Yeah.
and and of course they're mocking society for really getting behind the rape scene, tuning in for the rape scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll give Game of Thrones credit for that. They never sold an episode on the rape.
Well, gotta give them credit for something, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Well, they had some good episodes. They
right.
had
I
some
was
good
gonna say
episodes. Yeah.
6 seasons. Then it's all. The only issue really was that the big head little head wanted to get to their what if the Confederacy won series faster, and it's like, and I think they had a Star Wars thing lined up too, and then those
Yeah, that
last
all those projects fell apart after that. Like
yeah.
some interview they did, I think, where it became clear that a lot of their success was not due to them, but
Oh,
due to their talented crew. So
right. I listened to a podcast called Screen Drafts, and one of a very frequent guest is Brian Cogman, who's a
mhm.
writer on Game of Thrones, and laughed at the idea that he's got more Emmys than Brian Cox. I mean, so of course he doesn't work as much as him now, but
No.
hey, I'm looking forward to Super Trooper 3. So
Hey. Oh yeah, that is coming out, isn't it? It's
yeah,
probably in just a few months here.
right. Probably an August drop. So so after the press tour, and did I miss the entire montage at the photographers? Because this is where we really have
No, no, that hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened
okay,
yet.
because we have Mima has pretty much physically the real Mima seems to have physically appeared to mock her, call her a tarnished.
Tarnished is the word that they keep on using.
Yeah. So
Definitely got a little more purity culture going on here.
oh yeah, no, you're either a pop. Oof, I was about to make a mean generalization. You're either a pop
Mm.
idol or you're in the red light district.
Ew.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Well,
I'm just
that
saying.
that's the way
Japan's
that
not
it is just kind of
advertising.
looked at, right?
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, stay in school, kids. Uh,
yeah. Oh, now we
uh,
have this happen. Now we're happening. The writer is maybe
is
something bad's gonna happen to him.
yeah,
We'll
he's in his
see.
parking lot. Uh, Somebody's gone and desecrated his name on his spot. And they're playing some jam is being played from somewhere.
Yeah.
So now I guess it's comes to the question, um, is it our true antagonists, or was this Mr.
Miss Romania. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Um,
it's kind of unclear who did what
what? We know
murders
that we
here.
know, yeah. So we know the hit and run was earlier, which we didn't really address. I was the first,
Mm.
really the first, I think after she gets home from the first shoot,
Hmm.
uh, and with the letter bomb, you have him just showing up, and there's a newspaper article taped to the elevator about
Yep.
back at the last Cham show, the guy who was throwing stuff at the stage was confronted by uh, Mr. Mimania, and they actually beat the crap out of him, which is like, well, again, that's gang cultures and such. I mean,
Yeah.
go and watch Tokyo Godfathers. That's probably the most brutal thing in that film.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so we know he's capable of this act, but our screenwriter is stabbed, I think, both his eyes, 65 wounds over 65% of his body,
Yeah.
and just
And
left in the elevator.
not making it out. So people who have wronged Mima or Pop Idol Mima are dropping like flies now.
Mhm.
So, in the
Uh,
meantime, Cham continues to be successful without her.
but there are is it without her?
Hmm.
Is the next question, because if you're a reader of Mima's room, looks like she's going to be on a few shows with them, or at least one.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So,
Making her triumphant return to pop idoldom.
mhm.
Hmm.
And again, and Rumi essentially is kind of stepped aside. It is Mr. Takagora um, handling much of the transportation and everything. Rumi did walk out on the rape scene.
Yeah, just
Uh,
bawling her eyes out.
yeah. So, it could be a loss of innocence. Not, I mean, I guess perhaps being a pop idol manager in a sense is her way to maintain a sense of innocence on her own,
Hmm.
despite smoking a pack a day. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't have her pop idol looks anymore.
yeah,
It has
yeah,
and which not that which is fine,
all right,
but clearly she's got the bit of the mentality still. She's I think it's pretty clear that she's living vicariously through Mima.
yeah. And now we're to the and even the Cham girls, the double standard. Because right now
Yeah.
we're during the photo shoot, and they're even saying, "Oh, do you think she's going to be comfortable with that?" Because he's got a tendency to get his subjects to strip, and like the other
Hmm.
one just says, "Oh, no, she'll be fine. It's going to be like I'm here." And
Yeah. Well, no, she's saying that I think Mima's ready to put it out there. That's what
yeah,
she's
right.
suggesting.
But I'm
Yeah.
still like,
Yeah.
it's still very much a kind of the. I mean, it's an interesting, dynamic, I would say, with the fact that they're only focusing on the agency was only focused on Mima, or dare I say, the producer of the TV show. I mean,
Hmm.
because I always imagine you're pitching not to say that I've worked in the industry. Yeah, technically, yeah, but I was
Hmm.
stupid, stupid kid, stupid Macaulay Culkin. John Hughes, I had an agent in Chicago. You didn't have to grab this New York kid. Uh, well, closest thing I ever got was I was in consideration for Andy in Child's Play, which
Oh yeah, you told me that story.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's fun. And like
right.
the funny thing is, I mean, the same actor is still playing Andy in the Chucky series.
Oh, I
So
knew he came back for, I think it was Cult of Chucky, or I can't remember which one. I thought he got killed in the next one after his comeback, which was a post-credit scene.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
he definitely popped in. I mean, it's a
Probably in
horror,
this
it's a Chucky
yeah.
series, you
Well,
know.
never, yeah, it's so tongue in cheek by this point. The entire Jennifer Tilly and
Hmm.
still popping in there as I
As
haven't got,
Jennifer Tilly, yeah.
yeah, I haven't gotten to the series, but yeah, so and it looks like it's a one only one audience member knows about Mima at the Cham show, and that's Mr. Mimania. And
Yeah. And he's seen her there and nobody else is apparently. So,
right. And but
yeah.
the website still documents it.
Yep.
And
So what is going on? Maybe Mamani is the one who's really had a split personality and is writing all his stuff. Maybe.
no,
Who knows?
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, once we get to the end, I have an imagination of what this a remake would probably incorporate in a sense.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and
So,
mm,
I got a question for you about I've
mhm.
not seen Blue Velvet, right? But
Okay.
I know that there's a rape scene in it, right?
Uh,
Or there was a Lynch film that did have a scene, such a
I'm
scene.
trying to think myself, and maybe it's not one I've seen.
Yeah.
Blue Velvet. I would say more walks that uh, realm of uh, S&M in a sense, not really
Hmm.
S&M, but more of a top bottom situation.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah. So I had a
DS kind of thing. Yeah.
right. So yeah, I had so that one you have
Where I
eh,
was going with that though was I
yeah.
know that there was at least one Lynch film that had a rape scene where Roger Ebert was like, "Oh no, he's ruined this young actress's career by doing this to her in this movie,
Mhm.
right?" But then I don't remember what actress it was. She then came out and said, "No, actually, I felt very safe. I was made to feel very safe by the director and everyone involved."
Yeah.
You could have been making it up, I suppose, but
Um
knowing how beloved Lynch was by actors,
oh
I'm willing to credit it.
well, I mean, if you watch Wild at Heart, you know, that's a after you've seen, you know, Jurassic Park, that is a Laura Dern
Hmm.
you thought you'd never see. Um
Yeah.
like so we are oh, back when the so we did get to our pictorial shoot, and at one of the newsstands, Mr. Mamania has decided
Yeah.
to purchase all of the issues to get them off the shelf. I believe. I mean, you know, a little bit of aim practice, you won't need that many issues. Um,
Yeah.
so and you do see that I think that's where we find out he's getting daily emails from whoever's doing Mima's room. So it's not
Yeah.
Mamania. You
Yeah.
know,
So
mm,
he's just the cat's paw.
yes. Uh, and but now this is affecting her acting. We get to see her shoot the same scene thrice, has herself I mean, we go to the same, you know, we're really getting into that maddening sense. Like we shoot we have the scene, they try shooting the scene once, and that's where she's startled by seeing Mr. Mamania. And then the next time it's basically a reset, and they cut to her going to see Cham do their radio show. And again, the real memer seems to be there.
Indeed.
Uh,
And,
so
and are we to the point now where Meme is losing time? Like, so she'll be on set, then she'll
right,
be in her bed, and then
yeah.
she'll be on set
Oh,
again,
they yeah, essentially they do this three times. So, follow the rules three
You get a
times.
really great shot of Mima running into another lady in a hallway and the sending videotapes or something everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
As the real Mima is just bouncing throughout, which really looks great comes to the climax.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Actress Mima chasing, who is just like stumbling all over the place, chasing the perfect bouncy pop idol Mina.
Yes.
Good visual. Good visual.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Mhm.
is where we get some of the what we've have you heard the term sakuga before, as it relates to anime? It's like
I
where you get particular cuts that are just like animation cuts that are just really gorgeous.
oh.
So, yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. So we're talking like when she's chasing her, runs out in front of the truck
Yep.
with being driven by Mr. Mamania, and cut back to
Her
her in her
room.
room. Yes.
Yeah.
And
And this is the part where you probably wouldn't have want your you probably would not have wanted your ex to be watching. So
yes.
talking with Rumi,
Mhm.
pouring her heart out a little bit.
Right. But
Um,
the key thing is, oh, it's been a while, and oh, I'm busy. And
hmm hmm
we'll get back to, well, I mean, we get through this conversation, she just having snacks with Rumi. And is this where sorry, because I don't have the subs on, is
she's
this where
beginning to, yeah, she's beginning to doubt
to doubt?
her own identity.
Mhm.
Um, and she's saying like, what if there was like another me, essentially?
Right.
You
And
know?
then cut to what the line that she keeps getting fed and keeps dropping at the set.
Yep.
Illusions can't become reality.
Yep.
And cut back to the set.
Yep. And this is the
Yes.
kind of thing that you see a lot of in Millennium Actress, which is not a movie that is played for suspense. Certainly there's tension in it, but it is not meant to scare you at all. So it's interesting that it could be used in a movie like both these two movies, which seek to do very different things.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just leads, since I have Tokyo Godfathers on my mind, it kind of um the real contrast
Hmm
of those three features compared to a straight narrative.
Yep.
Nothing really psychological, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
But
I
like,
mean,
I
you get
think,
into these some weird psyches, but
yeah, they definitely have some unusual characters uh, in Tokyo Godfathers. I think I would say that it is his most transgressive film,
mhm,
because just because of who the protagonists are, and
yes.
how we view unhouser, you would say homeless people
Mhm.
in the West, and it's maybe even worse in Japan. You
Uh,
know,
yeah, no, it's you kind of makes you want to look for something else to give you some idea on that.
yeah,
So Mima is to the point where she's almost being a spectator of the Mima's room, in a sense. You're like, oh, I guess
yeah.
I did this. So she is very much lost touch with reality. Um, I Yeah, I don't think there's
Yeah, and we're blending the crime narrative even more
Mm,
with Mima's reality here, where we're talking about multiple personalities and dissociative identity disorder. And
mm.
now we're talking we're who's this guy? Oh yeah, this is the
This is the
photographer
photographer, yeah.
who's getting
And
a suspicious pizza delivery.
yeah, and again, another thing to throw you off because we do see a killer in this case. I
Yeah.
do, I do, and I don't know, it might be a little twisted. I admire this the stab the stabbings and such because like
Yeah.
we see, the eyes and then we do see it, see it shot for the groin, like, you know, making it
Yeah,
personal.
we would call this a Sakuga scene, I think.
Okay.
The stabbing scene is very lovingly done.
Mm, yeah. No.
Um, and we have this scene was a bit on the cover of
The
of
VHS
some of the
tape.
DVDs, yeah,
Yeah, no,
where
it's
we have Pop
this
Idol Mima who's stabbing the
and
photographer.
right, and you have the image on the TV from the show, and they're splicing it with the photo shoot. Um, yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
just a disturbing kind of scene, you know.
right. Yeah, no. So it's trying to describe it and pay in more detail. It's like, whoa, okay, well, this
A
is
lot of like
probably
different colored lights and
yeah,
you
and
know.
oh well, and I am straight. Like, oh well, geez, that's is really nice detailed work on the. It's not the hentai,
Uh-huh.
not the hentai
Yeah.
stuff. This is quality.
Yeah, this is this is very I mean they yeah, okay. We get what
Yeah,
you're saying. Yeah.
yeah. No, just,
Enough said.
there's a Olivier Assayas movie I'm still trying to find a copy of, which
Mm.
kind of weird that I haven't because I know I had an ex-girlfriend who owned it. I had my best friend own a copy, and like surely one of them would have sold it to one of the replay places. But
Sure.
now I think it might be on Criterion, but it's called Demon Hunter. No, sorry, Demon
Mm.
Lover. And
Okay.
it's a corporate espionage game around computer software, which turns into a sex cult thing on top of that. But
Okay.
you have two distributors trying to compete to get the Demon Lover hentai, and there's conversations like where the French representatives are like, oh well, no, we need we can't have bear, and it's like, well, it's bear because we can't show it in Japan. We can't,
Right.
just suggesting that age or anything like that. That's all I'm commenting on. We dare I say, and
Yeah.
hate to say hentai might not be art, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to yuck anybody's yums, but
Yeah.
there's always something a little more special about cinematic nudity. Okay, there's my rant.
Yeah, let's maybe
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily like the high art low art distinction, but I think here I would almost be willing to make it, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway though,
Yes. So she got rushed by the reporters about the photographer's murder, the suggestions that she was involved with him. And we're back to the set where her character has just murdered somebody, and she's envisioning that it's the photographer essentially. Um,
yeah.
but again, with the cuts, you don't know if she actually fainted. Is it just a transition? And we're getting another visit. Oh no, man, are we that far into it?
Yeah. Hey, can we pause real quick? I am getting a
Yeah.
call from work, so
Okay.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
You do not have to be like me, because I know that everybody's social media feed is bombarded with ads for the new guilt-free snack. But you're scrolling on social media, so you're curious about a lot of things. And fortunately for me, I have a pretty high batting average when it comes to trying stuff from online sources. One of those hits was Deutsch snacking dough. It's cookie dough. You can eat raw, you can bake into cookies in under 10 minutes, and it just fills you up in a few scoops. I like to eat a pound, maybe 2 pounds of chicken wing in a sitting, and still there's the urge to go for that third pound. But with Deutsch snacking dough, you take a couple scoops, and it just settles me down, and I feel full. Free of the top 8 allergens, they're gluten-free, low sugar, and have 3 times the protein of any other dough out there. And it's plant-based. And as I say, I can eat 3 pounds of wings in a sitting if I feel like it. I am a carnivore. Needless to say, I was skeptical about plant-based snacking dough, but my skepticism was proven wrong. So if you go down to the link in the description of this podcast, it will take you to my portal, and you will get 20% off of your order. So find your new snack today, Deutsch snacking dough.
Your cable TV is experiencing difficulties. Please do not panic. Resist the temptation to read or talk to loved ones. Do not attempt sexual relations, as years of TV radiation have left your genitals withered and useless.
Well, I'll be damned.
All right. So, yeah, after the murder on the set, or I should say, the murder, the fictional murder, we have pretty much jumped right to the closing of the final shots of the drama being recorded, where we discovered that it is essentially Psycho.
Yep, basically that. I was thinking of Identity, but Psycho is much quicker to the point there.
Right. So, and I think this was a few years before Identity as well. So, so let's see. Just going through my notes, and yeah, so I'm pretty much just to the finale stuff. So, anything I need to document. So, yeah, Mima.
Oh yeah, and we're bringing, like, it seems like we're bringing like a meta element in here, because she's having her character's having a delusion that she's an actress named Mima Kirigoi.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's I think that's more of just the I think they use it in both takes, but it's like you get to see her do it, and then they do the playback, and I think it's different on the playback, but I think they stick yeah. And then you have pretty much a foreshadowing shot to close the television series, where she's talking into the in this case it would be the the two-way mirror, or one-way mirror, I can't.
Yeah, one-way mirror in like a police interrogation room.
Right. Yeah. So, and it looks like she really gave her all into that. Rumi is the first one on set to go and try to congratulate her, but yeah, and she's still even kind of lost. And when you go to these transitions, they're very much of like, and this one included, much like, oh, she's on stage again.
Yep.
And so I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, we made Psycho 2 20 years later. I'm just
I have seen Psycho 2, but it was the Riff Tracks version. So there you go.
Like there's a lot of fans of Psycho 2, and even Psycho 3.
Man, they did get Anthony Perkins back for it, so that's something.
Right. So well, Anthony Perkins' 80s was more just a countdown to his to his sad demise. Sorry, demise sounds a little too cruel.
Passing, let's say.
Passing, yes. Demise is something you might want to see.
And now we have Mima finds herself alone with Mr. Mamania.
Yep. And in the meantime, Rumi and Tagagara are talking about the next thing for Mima. which is going to be a direct-to-video movie with some iffy, uh,
Yeah, he says
fan.
smutty is the word he
Yeah,
uses in the subtitles.
yeah.
And
Um,
now we have a real life scene that echoes the fake rape scene as Mamani
mhm.
is on top of um Mima on the same set where that was performed.
And this is where we think the game has been given away. Like, because okay, he might think he gets emails. We know he's not sane and kind of a hypocrite. Why would you want to rape the the Mima you hate? Well, I
Right.
mean, I well,
Well, it kind of gives away the hypocrisy behind this kind of fandom, right? You've got this
yeah,
purity on the one hand, but at the other end, it's the kind of fandom that you can do, that you can do one-handed, right?
right. And
Um,
and it's not like I haven't made comments like, well, I no, I hate that person. I mean, it was a
mhm.
basically. I think what I'm getting at is, it was in A History of Violence, the Cronenberg
Mm,
movie,
yeah.
where we have a as we're trying to come to terms with the fact that Viggo Mortensen is not the person, and
Hmm.
Maria Bella is trying to, you know, live with it despite totally hating this person, and then passionate stairway sex. So that's
Yeah,
yeah. So
the Mortensen Cronenberg one I've seen, I think was Northern Promises or Eastern Promises.
Eastern
Yeah,
Promises. Yeah, I've
Eastern
seen that.
Promises.
Yeah, seen that one. You get a lot more Vigo in that, in many ways.
And
Um,
now we're into a scene where Mamania has been assaulting uh Mima, and
about to
he's
yeah,
and
about
she's reaching
to
for a hammer.
any
And
kind of tool, honestly.
yeah,
But yeah.
and we've seen this scene a million times before in suspense and horror movies.
Mm.
But you know, uh, it
Uh,
works. There's a reason it works. So
well, yeah. I mean, I would
you
have.
know,
I mean, Mima hasn't watched enough horror movies. I mean, no, this is a deciding deciding blow. But I would go and Sydney, her, this is the time where the villain makes one last scare.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I would have gone a little nuts.
Go a little more, get in more than one blow with that hammer.
Yeah.
You know. And
Hmm.
now she's disassociating again, and now the crew's there. They're clapping for her.
But
Um,
all the eyes are just black. I don't know if that was a
oh yeah, it's a little bit of a tell as to what's going on there.
yeah.
And Rumi's looking for her.
Hmm.
Mima's coming out of the studio looking really haggard, and Rumi's
Yeah.
gonna take care of her now.
Ruby's gonna take her to Mima's room.
Yep.
So is
Uh-oh.
what she says.
Yep. Yep. And
And
Mamania's body has disappeared when they go back into the studio.
mhm,
So what could be going on there?
yep.
But yeah,
Mhm.
this is Mima's had a real day here.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you close your series, you kill a rapist, or
Yep.
I guess that's one of those weird terminology things. Oh, yeah, I guess he was a rapist, but I guess it's Sideshow Bob calling in to say, "Oh, they convicted me of attempted murder. Did they give Nobel prizes for
For
attempted
attempted
physics?"
physics. Yep.
So I was an English major. I do like was he
Attempted. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you'll probably just still go to prison either way. So,
yes.
well, if he was still alive, he would anyway.
You're right.
And now Mima's in a room that looks an awful lot like her own room, but there's there are a bunch of fish that are alive.
Yeah. Cut to back to
Now
the
we're back in
studio.
behind all the sets.
Yeah.
We got Tadakoro's there, and he's not looking too good. And
No.
he's fallen over on top of, who could it be? Oh, Mr.
Uh,
Mamania.
yes.
Yeah.
So we know there's at least two killers in this entire
Yeah.
in this movie. Well, again, was Mr. Romania really good at his job?
Yeah. Well, I
Because
think I would credit him with the killing of that one like jerk who he fought at the concert for sure.
yeah, yes, that one I'll give him. But so
Yeah.
we see a Cham poster, which she undone, rolled up at the beginning of when she got back to her room after the show, and it's not the same skyline when she opens the window. And this is kind of
She
brilliant that she's got to look in a mirror to find out that it's never been Mima,
never been
which,
Top Idol Mimas was always roomy.
well, I mean, now I guess now we're poking holes. Like,
Well,
how could
yeah,
she?
yeah.
How could she kind of match the entire s-
Yeah.
psychological breakdown of
Yeah, that's
Mima?
true. She definitely was hallucinating, but at the same time, Rumi has also been masquerading as Pop Idol Mima.
Yes, she's the one behind Mima's room, sending the emails to Mr. Mamania. So that stuff is all clear. But we always see, and it's a brilliant move, that the threat is still Mima.
Yeah.
Mima, you only see Rumi via reflections.
Yes.
And so
And
there's
that and now the killer has been revealed. The culprit is out in the
the
open.
yes. And it gets addressed in the end. So, yep. And this is definitely a 90s movie because I don't know anybody who really owns an ice pick.
Yeah. Yeah, our ice makers tend to be better than that these days. So,
Well, yeah, that's true, but I never knew anybody who had an ice pick.
yeah.
That is solely a Joe Estahaas creation, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, I mean, stiletto killings like that, you really only get one great one, I would say, in a single white female, but they've done it numerous times.
Yeah. Wasn't there was some movie that recently that looked like single white female to me, but I don't think I saw it. Oh, maybe I
Hmm.
did. I can't remember what it was. Um, oh well.
Right. I mean, there's been hell. There was this made direct-to-video sequel to Single White Female, The Psycho.
Yeah.
So we have so Mima is pretty much amateur parkouring her escape.
While
Uh,
while Rumi Mima is like bouncing like, very gracefully after
yeah.
her.
Hmm. And yep, so Ice Picks gets dissolved, but hey, there's an umbrella. And,
Yeah.
yep.
So the
With
metaphor
a with
seems to be that the idea of you is trying to kill the real you, right?
yes,
This fake idea of a perfect version of yourself,
right.
or a pure version of yourself, maybe not
Hmm.
perfect, but just
Yeah.
pure and untarnished, is coming to kill you.
Hmm. It's yeah, Mima's doing her best to try talking down Rumi, but
She keeps on falling off of things, and it's not looking too
yeah,
good right now.
right. Well, I mean, if you can keep falling on to adjacent roofs and garbage, I honestly things could be a lot worse for you. And now we get
Yeah,
the image of Pop Idol Mina still bouncing around while you see reflections in the mirror of 40 something Rumi just getting
yeah,
gassed.
yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is good. There's so many memorable scenes in this film, and this,
Hmm.
I think the contrast between the frantic real life Mima and the pop idol Mima is what really stuck with me after when I first saw it in probably the early aughts, when I was in
Hmm.
college.
Yeah. So, and this is a film all about identity, and
Hmm.
we get to see how far Rumi really has gone when Mima finally makes a move makes a more accidental move. But you know, it's I've seen enough World Star videos. You don't take somebody's wig off.
Yeah, and then
So
Rumi
R
collapses on into a broken window, and that's
yeah,
yeah.
Rumi, but yeah, Rumi's got her wig still, struggling into the street, and you know, before she goes, she puts the wig back on. That is an image I thought about getting tattooed today. The
Yeah,
bloody,
with the
bloody
blood, with
hand.
her bloody face,
Yeah.
bloody hand on her face, and then
Yes.
she opens up her arms to like bask in her spotlight of the
Which
oncoming truck
green truck?
headlights.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you know, Mima is a true heroine.
he knocks her out of
And
the way.
yep.
Yeah,
So and
and identity crisis resolved. Maybe.
yeah,
We'll
well,
see.
it really all depends on whose identity.
Yeah, and how like I think the final conclusion is fairly clear on what they were trying to go for, but I don't know. Maybe you have a different interpretation.
Well,
I just it seemed like they wanted to go for a happy ending at the very end of it.
oh yeah, no, well, I don't think there's really any other way to look at it in a sense. Perhaps High Tension kind of tried stealing it a little bit.
Hmm.
I would hope Alexandra Arja was inspired by that instead of ruining a great slasher film by, oh, I need another twist.
Yeah.
Um, so there, yep. So we cut to the near, not so distant future, next Sunday AD.
Hmm.
And Rumi is in a mental hospital, primarily thinking she's Mima still,
Yeah.
and Mima has come to visit, wearing the sunglasses like celebrities do.
Indeed, because they just like as we know with Superman, glasses hide all your true identity every time, always.
Yeah, but we find out that Rumi occasionally is Rumi, but otherwise she thinks she's pop idol Mima
Hmm.
and still sees her in reflections. Now the question is, does Mima see that? But as she leaves, she passes a couple of nurses. One thinks, "Oh, that's got to be Mima."
Which means that she's well known now. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, she wouldn't be in a place like this. That can't be the real her. And so
Yep.
she looks in the mirror, takes off the glasses. Nope, it's the just
I'm
me.
the real thing. Just me,
Yes,
Mima. Yep.
right. So and yeah, so really I could see, if we did a remake for this one, I could kind of see going the well, I guess you couldn't do that now in these times. Like
It
I
would
think
be
we're
NC-17 if you did it.
well, I'm not for the violence. I'm talking about the conclusion. Like I could
Oh,
see, at least if it was made in the States, I don't know if it would be, I think they might go in 1999, they'd probably go the queer panic thing and
mm,
have Rumi be a guy.
mm.
So when you pull the wig off, even further freaks him.
Oh, sure, sure.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, sadly we got to leave 2000 in 2000. I think I'd recently had rewatched Dude, Where's My Car, which I was
Oh,
always
yeah.
afraid of rewatching because I thought it was so perfect back in the day. And I'm
It
not
was very of its time. It what definitely was.
yeah, yes. Yeah, there's some humor that definitely can't play. And when I think of the humor of the movie, it hits, but it hits for the 2000 brain. So I would say the key to making comedy is make it a period piece so you can excuse, you have a, well, this is what happened, like Blazing Saddles. You can't complain about the language because that's
Or the more recent, I haven't seen this yet, but I want to. Fuck 'em Hall or Fuck 'em Hall. Have you seen that? The
I
previous
have
for that?
not. No, I
It's
haven't.
it's kind of a send up of Downton Abbey.
Oh, oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
yes, I have. Oh, good, good. Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah,
yeah.
good, good. Because okay, great, great, Jess. I got to go and start editing those out. Like, oh no,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Well,
Well, I
no,
mean,
it's FAUKFAUKEM. That's
yeah, that's right. Yep.
yeah. This is
That is so it's
it.
not it's we know what it
Yeah,
means, but that's not what it says in the
says
title,
right,
right?
exactly. Yes. So I would say this would
What's
be a. Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna ask you what your favorite con film is.
Oh man, that is a tough one.
I can give
Oh
you mine.
well, I would probably say it is Perfect Blue as a favorite.
Yeah.
Perchance, Millennium actress might. I don't know. Maybe that is a little too cheery in the end. I am. But
I
and
love Millennium Actress. It's my
so,
favorite one. I'm not
mhm,
gonna lie. It is my favorite one. I love I mean, I think it's bittersweet in the end because she
yeah,
never grasps what she's going after, but that is the idea, right? The idea is the
right.
pursuit of creation is what she's really after, you
Right.
know?
So yeah, so I can see that. This is, this is again like got to get this tape back in 1999 and
Yep.
um so it's definitely probably like um my favorite Miyazaki's Princess Mononoke. Was it the
Mhm.
first one I saw? Yes. But
It's also my first, also my
right.
first.
So,
Yeah.
you know, you could say recency, well, just the bias of the time. But this is
Yeah,
a
good first impression.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, if not to go with sex again, but if you can, if you get, most of the time you hear about bad losing your virginity situations.
Sure.
But if you have a good, if it ends up being good for you though, it might, it could shape you, So
Yeah.
that's
But
yep. I
it's
would.
really I think the biggest, there are a few tragedies in the last like 25 years when it comes to like losses of, when it comes to losses in the anime world. I
Mhm.
think, you had to put the Kyoto Animation fire up at the top. Not
Yeah.
the fire. Well, I guess it wasn't just a fire. It was an assault on the
Mhm.
studio by a crazed individual. But I think you'd have to put the deaths of Satoshi Kon, his early death, in like the top five major
Uh,
tragedies.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, we haven't had, at least I have not seen a, and maybe I'm watched anime fan, but I
mhm.
am very big into Makoto Shinkai.
Oh yeah,
Um,
oh yeah.
but I don't think,
I'll
I
tell you
don't think,
something. I think Shinkai is currently the most um the most copied anime director out there as far as
mm,
standalone films go. There are so many like little known films that are about that are sort of like the sci-fi romance thing going on,
yeah. Oh no, he's that everybody's chasing him right now.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of um, there was another director that I've seen a few. Well, you
Um
have Hosada is pretty. Mamoru Hosoda is pretty
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of. Oh, who did Mind Game? The Mind Game guy, the Lou over the wall guy, the oh, what's his name? The person who did Kai Kaiba. I'm gonna just look it up because it's gonna drive me
yeah,
crazy if I don't say it while we're recording right now.
right. Yeah, and just pulling up
Masaki
another
Yuasa. Yuasa.
yeah. And I am a fan of Naoka Yamada.
Yep.
Yamada.
Yep.
She's but I don't think,
I still haven't seen your I haven't still haven't seen your Silent Voice. I need to that's a big
I
gap in my
yeah,
anime resume.
and yeah, Silent Voice is really might be my ex's favorite.
Mm.
At least outside of the Ghibli realm. She's a very big Howl's Moving Castle
Hmm.
uh castle fan, and you know, then truthfully, like I don't have a Mononoke tattoo, but I got a Calcifer. So so I would venture to say though that nobody seems, or at least nobody's getting the attention stateside that had as it that's been as daring as Satoshi Kon.
No,
Even with Shinkai, which great stories, uh, great stories, great use of sci-fi elements. He's not, you know, it's still ends up being pretty formulaic.
he's not
Uh,
transgressive in any, I wouldn't say, not very any,
yeah,
not very much. He's got some outs sort of outsider protagonists, but not to the extent that you'll find in like Satoshi Kon's films,
right. And I would
or at least
go
in
in.
Tokyo Godfathers.
Mhm.
So
It's it's a interesting, you know, interesting time just because of like so much their anime is so you know, getting so much more coverage, and but it really is like, you know, I think it was Demon Slayer's movie
hmm
opened number one last year. I think that was during that weekend was Galaxy Con when that
Yeah,
happened.
there was, and there were like two different um Demon Slayer movies that did all both did quite well. There was Infinity Castle and
And
Mugen Train, I think, which is also
right.
Infinity Train. So
Yeah. And I know Chainsaw Man's movie got got a pretty good opening. I'm not saying
it
it made
did.
Demon Slayer money, but it, you know, honestly, the probably the least successful anime that got to American theaters was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the War of the Rohirrim, yeah,
Yeah, which is
which I
like
still haven't seen. Yeah,
I still haven't seen, but it's like I am going to get to it. You know, that's
yeah.
but you know that's that. So it's so I think it's a weird time because I think you still got to go to like a Fathom event to see a Shinkai movie,
You
while
do, you do.
you know net Sony is going to go and put out you know, oh, I got a franchise that that Crunchyroll wants to get more coverage on, and so
My
they'll
yeah. Mind if I drop a recommendation of something good?
Mhm.
It was a Fathom event I saw recently.
All right.
It was it was All You Need Is Kill, which is the inspiration for the Tom Cruise movie Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
familiar with it. Yeah, I have not seen either, honestly. I haven't seen Edge of
yeah,
Tomorrow either. It's just yeah, kind of stepped back, like one of those ones I was regretting, like, when we still had DVDs at the retailer I work at, and it was always like $5 you can get Edge of Tomorrow. And it's like, yeah, but do I have that extra 30 minutes for this movie? And the, you
Edge
know,
of Edge of Tomorrow is fine. All You
mhm,
Need Is Kill is like a good, probably a solid 8 out of 10 though.
okay.
It's pretty. I would check it out, and I'll say this. There's one thing that I found distracting, which is that I thought the character designs looked like the Gorillas cartoon. You know, the
Mm,
Gorillas cartoon versions of Damon Albarn and all the
yeah,
members of that band. So
right.
yeah.
So I would say my thing that I left with this is this would be a great double feature with Dario Argento's opera.
Oh yeah.
So
That would be a good Joe Bob double feature, actually. A Last Drive-In
yeah,
thing.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh well,
yeah,
it's that's kind of sad. We come up with that, and then Shutter, Joe Bob's retired,
yeah.
and
I'm actually gonna.
Shutter can get those two. Like, geez,
Yeah, I'm actually gonna see. He's gonna be in the Quad Cities, and I'm going with my girlfriend to see him here next month. So
next month.
that's gonna be
So,
fun. Yeah, yeah.
so Planet Funk.
Oh no, it's in.
Oh,
It's gonna be at the. It's called the Last Picture House. Is where it's gonna be.
okay, because no, I'm keeping working on my cons right now. So you can catch me and the Poetic Critic. We're going to be at Quad Cities Con in the 23rd and 24th of May. Looks like I'm having we're going to be doing all three of my panels since if you follow the podcast, you know about the 1986 panel, but we're so
Yeah.
yeah, so we're doing those, and then looks like Planet Funk out in Davenport.
Oh, cool.
Seems promising. I'm not saying I've locked it in, but and I'm waiting to see on Indiana Comic Con if I'm gonna be Indiana Comic Con's fun just because, like, oh, you're a panelist, and then they like, so you'll be on your panel. But we have all these other panels. We're looking for people to fill in, so go and
Yep.
volunteer. Uh, so that's what the schedule's looking like right now. So I think we just get through the formalities. Well, thank you very much, Jess, for coming on the show again. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky and Facebook and just about anywhere else. Was at Skies of Fortune. That is the TTRPG that I'm putting together. And the one other thing that I would plug is that within a few weeks, I'm going to be recording a podcast with a few friends about deep cut anime movies that are great that you've probably never seen. That's going to be on my friend Roggle's channel. That's Roggol on YouTube. So look for that. Hopefully, it'll be out within a few months.
All right, very cool. You can, of course, find me at CatBus Russ on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram. Yeah, the it's tough. Like, I want to go and try straightening out my Twitter situation, but it's Twitter. Like, do I really want to straighten
Yeah,
that up?
it's
Uh,
like what diving into bog water to go back
yeah,
there. Really.
right. I'm not a big meta fan anyhow. So Blue Sky is where I'm primarily at. Um, you can help yeah, you can support the podcast by one, rate and subscribing on your favorite podcast apps, 5 stars preferably. Be as honest as you'd like to be in the comments. I will learn from them. You can also support by joining the I Did Crazy Flicks Patreon, patreon.com/. I Did Crazy Flicks. Get yourself a subscription. Will get you a waterproof sticker or refrigerator magnet. Of course, I put those all over this certain electronic retailer I work at in Champaign. Um, and you get access to the original 90forchill.com, the podcast feed, back from the Podbean days. See how I've evolved as a podcaster, and you get a shout out on every episode as long as you're subscribed. So thank you, Tim Bates. You can find him on episodes for 1989's Bloodsport in Space Arena,
Cool,
and
cool.
1988's Night of the Demons. Uh, Thank you, the Scoop Staley, former AA wrestling, AAW wrestling personality. You might see him on the May 2nd episode of AEW Collision if you look close enough. And thank you, Dad. And the best way to help the podcast out is to come on and be a guest like Jess has gone and blessed us with.
Always a
That's
pleasure, Russ.
Well, thank you. So reach out to me at CatBusRuss or send an email to rustthebus07@gmail.com. There is actually at I Did Crazy Flicks. There is .com. There is a page to sign up. Just offer me a film, a director, an actor, a theme, as long as it focuses on off the wall cinema. I will gladly talk about it. But if it's a little more down to earth, something like Richard Linklater's indie stuff, as long as it's under 100 minutes, I'll give you 40. So,
Cool.
Yep. Otherwise, I just have to thank Station Marie Harden for keeping an eye on me, keeping me out of too much trouble. And I hope she's doing for that to everybody else she touched in her life. And I hope she's squeezing the ectoplasm out of Skimbleshanks, the one-eared angel. Leave him a little breath. That little bugger was very talkative. Okay. So thank you
Bless.
again. Yep. Thank you again, Jess, for coming back on the show, and have yourself a good night.
You too, Russ. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Talk to you later.
Can I hear a wahoo?
This podcast was made possible by the love and support of Dave and Cindy Stevens, Rory Stevens and Allison Higgins, Danny Daniels, and Stephanie Smith.
Long live Flash! You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day.